Welcome to the Golden Square Podcast with your hosts, Linda Scott and Sharilyn Fisher. Are you ready? Because we're starting now.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Should I say howdy? So, girls, how was your day?
We had a wonderful day today. Wonderful, wonderful day.
Girl, if I tell you I'm so
How was your day?
I'm
I
tired,
know.
but it's a good tired because Saturday is almost here.
Yes.
It's almost here. So, y'all, I am having a tea party in Coral Springs, Florida, which is Fort Lauderdale. So, for some of you who know, whatever. But anyway, and I am super excited, and I'm just waiting on everybody to fly in. And then the great people who are flying in, they can put everything together. I'm gonna do it before, picture,
No,
and after.
we're coming to your tea party. We shouldn't be working.
Oh, y'all should work.
No, we should not work.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. Help me,
When we
please.
get there, the red carpet should be laid out for us. Our
Oh, it's
drinks
gonna
should be
be.
waiting for us at the door.
Oh yeah, all
Mhm.
that'll be there. It'll be there, no problem.
No
The
work.
drinks will be there. No work. No, the drinks will be there. Keep telling yourself the drinks will be there, and the red carpet will be there. And yeah, keep saying no work because it won't be work. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't
So,
wait. My flight leaves tomorrow afternoon.
afternoon. Okay, all
Yes.
right. So that's fantastic. So, listen to all of you
No,
who
when I
don't
get there,
know.
it'll be time to go to bed.
Oh no, man, we ain't got time to sleep. I'm like,
My flight gets in at 10, and it will be time to go to bed.
oh, okay then. All right. So you'll sleep when you did. Until then, we got things to do. So, but y'all, anybody in the Fort Lauderdale area, I am doing a tea party, sipping tea with a purpose. And and some of you know about continuous love, and it's to help kids who have who's graduating and lost a parent prior to graduating. So, or going to whatever higher education that they chose to go off. And we just help them with things that they need. And, a couple of years before in Florida, we were given scholarships. So I want to get back to that. And that's the purpose of the tea party. So, y'all give me a holler. You know the number. But, Sharilyn, we got so much to
Yes.
talk about. And Fred is here tonight, and everybody's been asking, where is Fred Taylor? He was supposed to be here last week before last, whatever, da da
We
da.
have a bad
Uh,
connection tonight.
yes. But if our producer would go ahead and bring on Mr. Taylor so we can get some things going and get people started. Hey, handsome, how are you?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
We
See
just
you.
got to talking about how tired we are, but it's a good tired.
Yeah,
So I won't be tired until Tuesday, and that's when I'll sleep.
hey,
On Tuesday. I'm already penciled in. Sleep on Tuesday. Sharilyn is frozen. When she unfrees herself, she'll be back. But Fred, it's such a pleasure to have you back again, and you were on demand. I was like, well, then that's pretty good because we got a lot of stuff going on,
right.
and we need everybody to vote. And can I say that Sherilyn and I took the test so that we could register people to vote, and we could start having our different registration drives and whatever you would need for us to do. We are prepared to do so. So I'm excited about that.
Me too. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, um, I'm extremely excited because of the things that have transpired since the last time we talked. So I'm looking forward to tonight so we can talk about it, discuss it, have some fun, and let's make this happen with Kamala, our new president. I'm
Oh,
a
our
claim.
new president.
I'm a
Yeah, we
claim.
need it.
Yeah,
We
I'm
need
I'm claiming it tonight. So
and you,
uh,
I'd have been claiming it since she came aboard.
I
When
know
when
it.
Biden said he's giving the torch over to her, I was claiming it then, and
Yeah.
I'm super excited. And I don't think I have really been this excited since Obama.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Now I want to work and make sure we can make this happen. We got to make this happen. That's the
It's historical
yes.
because this is the first time that we legitimately have an opportunity to have a woman. It's just so happens she's an African American woman and a South Asian,
And yes.
you know. And so when we look at this historical occasion that's getting ready to happen on November the 5th, you
Hmm.
just got to be excited. This is one of the first time in a long time, if ever, Texas is going to be in play for a
I
presidential
know.
election. Texas is in play.
I
Think about it.
know.
That's
I
Right.
know. Isn't that
Texas.
excited? I
Yeah,
mean, isn't that exciting? I mean, yeah, I'm excited.
Exciting, very
And
exciting.
that's exciting. I
yeah,
don't, oh
But this
my
is the
God,
first
that
time I've been excited about an election in a long time.
yeah.
First
yes,
time in a long time,
yes.
I've been
Oh my
very, very
God.
excited.
That
But what
is
that mean is we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is try to get our people, not try, get our
get
people
our
out there.
yes. And not
Mhm.
only
So,
to get them to be registered voters, but we gotta hold their hand if it takes that and take them to the poll. And not only, my good people, not only, and Fred, you could talk about this a little bit more, but not only vote for our president.
yeah,
We got to vote for all those other seats.
All
Oh,
local, all
but
local.
all
Yeah.
local in every city, there's a local something, something going on. Please go and vote because those, if you believe it or not, are the people that handles things that we think the president do. And it's not so. But Fred, before you go any further, please can we extend a congratulations to our former mayor
Yes, yes.
Sylvester Turner, who's going to be giving the manual from Sheila Jackson Lee. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
yeah, sure. But I also want to say the last time I was on your show, I was a candidate. Now
That's right.
Right.
the party chair. So I want to thank y'all for being a part of my win. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys first before, and Sylvester and I have been friends a long time. And
Hmm.
I'm so happy for Sylvester, Mayor Turner. And
Yes.
now he's been nominated to be on the ballot to be voted for
Mm.
represent District 18 here in Houston, Texas, to replace the Honorable Sheila Jackson Lee, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. And
Yes.
you know, when that happened, people were saying certain things that maybe it should go to a younger person.
Hmm.
I think in this transitional time, it needs somebody that's seasoned,
Right.
somebody that
Yeah, we
can
need the
actually
wisdom.
navigate
Yes.
and
Yes.
be there and continue to hold the ship steady, until he's ready to let it go and find somebody that's ready to take it over. You know,
Right. 'Cause we don't want to put just anybody in there and then they can't handle that pressure that's coming through because Sheila Jackson Lee
was a
had some
powerhouse.
powerful shoes.
Yeah,
Yes.
those
Some
some big
powerful
shoes to
shoes.
fill. Those
Yes.
are some big shoes to
Mhm.
fill.
Yes. Yes.
Those are
So we
huge.
don't.
Huge. Yeah, and we couldn't have picked a better person because Mayor Turner, I mean, he was a remarkable mayor for our city. He
Yes,
served
well,
his district over there in Acres Home for over 30 years. And when he decided to hang that up and come in and serve Houston, he did that. And so we cannot pick a better person to be able to step in those shoes right there. And I think District 18, they made the right choice to bring Sylvester.
Choice.
Yeah, I
Mm,
really do.
that's amazing. We have Houston, or shall I just say Texas, period, because there are so many major people in Texas that we need to put in different seats. And one of them is to get that Ted Cruz.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say, please, let's get him out, please. Just
yeah.
all of them need to go because they're not for the people. When you can't step up and say, number 45, you wrong. We can't do this right here. And you're not supposed to do that. Then you can't take care of our country. You
Mm-mm.
can't represent our city, our state. How could we do that? How do we pass this torch to someone that's younger and we haven't given them any guidance at all?
Right. I just think in this day and time, especially with this climate, we have to have some people that have some battle scars.
Mm-hmm.
And you done lost a race. You don't have to lose a race, but those things right there make you more hungry, make you more appreciative of what you have when you do win. Like me, for instance,
Yes.
I'm very appreciative.
We need somebody who's going to be for all the people,
All the
Mhm.
people.
and not
Yeah,
just a certain select, not the middle class, not the corporations,
yeah.
but we need somebody who's going to be for all the people, for the
Yes.
senior citizens. These senior citizens are out here suffering.
Mm, mm,
They don't have all the things that they need. So we need somebody who's going to be for all the people.
But Cheryl, are we the senior citizen? Because I'm telling you, I'm, I'm just straight up.
Speak for
Hey,
yourself.
okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a senior,
No, I am a senior
and
citizen also. I'm just
and
a
we
fortunate senior
need
citizen.
exactly that's the key right there because you are a little better off than me, who's a little better off than Fred, who's a little better off than John Doe. But for those who we could help to get John Doe where we are,
right,
those
right.
are the people who we need to be in those chairs,
Yeah,
who's going to represent us. And I had to get some medication, and when I looked at the receipt and saw the money that I was saving, I said, "Oh God, thank you, President Biden," because
Right.
I couldn't afford it. I would have still been sick. I'd have been trying to. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'd have been standing, but
yeah,
I'd have had a bucket. I would have had
yeah,
a bucket saying, "Help me get my medicine."
yeah,
So it's um, it's
Sandra
crazy. It's
Pearson
crazy.
says absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's too much riding on us who yesterday at our age was Big Mama and Paw
Right,
and
right.
all
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
So that those are the people who we have come, and I pray and hope that we um, can take the wisdom that they poured into us and still pouring into us. So I think Sylvester Turner is the man to do this job because in order for us to get to a better place, we need somebody with wisdom to teach those who are coming up under him.
I'm
Hmm.
glad they chose him, but as I was looking at it on the news, they chose him from quite a few candidates that were. I was going like, this is going to be. I was saying, I'm glad I'm not the person who has to choose
Mm,
because there was quite some great candidates up there that were up against him. But I think they picked the right one out, all of them.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I mean, Sylvester's season, he's ready on day one. He's been there. He knows those people down in DC because he done worked with a lot of them. He's
yes.
done a lot of things for the same community that she'll serve because they got overlapping turf. And so the people know Sylvester. So we feel comfortable.
Hmm.
Even though I'm not over there anymore, I'm in Fort Bend, that's Harris County, Houston.
Right.
But I grew up over there in Acres Home. My church for 30 years was New Life in Christ Missionary Baptist Church with Frank Abernathy over there. And that's still my home. I'm always loved that pastor because he's my pastor. And that neighborhood is a tight knit community over there in Acres Home. I always have, and always will be. And
Wow.
they picked a hometown boy to represent the fofo, as Sylvester say.
Okay.
Sylvester say the fofo. Yeah, so I'm
Wow.
excited. I'm really excited, But again, I am really excited about our presidential top of the ticket.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
going to really, really be pushing her really hard over here in Fort Bend, and I know across the United States. And again, Texas didn't play.
We're in play.
Is she
We're in
still
play.
is she still in the lead?
Yes, for
She
as I
is.
have seen
Oh
last
Good,
time.
yeah.
good.
She's
And
still in
we
the
have
lead.
not even had the Democratic National Convention. And normally, when you come out those conventions, they get a
That's
bump anyway. And
yes.
so we
Yeah.
already got the bump just by her getting in there, and by her coming out of there, people gonna be so excited. They're gonna be raring to go, and I am raring to go right now. We're doing phone banking this Friday. We have our party meeting on Monday where we're going to be talking about the things that we're going to be doing. And then
But you
Friday,
how would I know? I mean, I'm not how would yeah. How would I receive my information because I won't be back in Houston until Tuesday, and I'm coming back in ready to do whatever is needed. And you already know Sherilyn and I said the Golden Square podcasts are in, and just send us the information. Monday I won't make it, but Sharilyn, would you be back then?
No, I'm this Monday. I'm leaving Florida on Monday.
Okay.
I'm flying back on
So
Monday. So,
when
so
we get back,
what is Birdie's role?
Bertie Kelly.
yes.
Yes.
So Miss Bertie Kelly is my vice chair. She's one of four vice chairs, but she's the head of the vice chairs because she coordinates all of the vice chairs. We
Yeah,
have
because
four vice
she
chairs.
sends out informative emails. I've gotten several emails from her, and I've talked
Mhm.
to her several times on because I told her I said can't do the phone bank on Friday. She said, but you can do it next Friday. I mean, it wasn't a question.
Yeah. Yeah, so Miss Birdie, she handles all that for me. Without Miss Burley, man, I don't know where I'd be at because she makes things happen, and
Yes.
she's very knowledgeable and she's very hardworking. She actually works in State Senator Boris Ma's office, and when she leaves that, she comes to the Democratic Party, Fort Bend Democratic Party headquarters, and she
Mm.
continues to work. I'm always Miss Birdie, Miss Birdie, Miss Birdie. She said, "Now you know I go to bed at 7:30 now, so." And
You
I
got
call her at
to.
9 o'clock and I forget about it because I don't sleep. And she like, I'm waking up for you, Chairman. I said, oh
Okay.
my God. Yeah.
Okay.
She's
And but
always
you know what?
I
That
like her.
happens
I
like
really
that.
like her.
Yeah, that happens, Fred, when you have something on your head right away. Because Cheryl will tell you, I call you 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Girl, listen, we got to do this right here. So you call that person so that you don't forget.
yeah.
Oh, I
You
had
know,
something to tell you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I keep a pad, a pencil and a pen and pad right next to me because that's where I do my best thinking. I know my phone may not ring, and if that's the
Mm.
case, then I can get a lot done. So around about 6 o'clock, I'm winding down with all the work I couldn't get done during the daytime, and then the sun is coming up, and it's time to go at it again. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might as well just stay up, and I sleep when I'm dead, as you
I
said
see.
earlier.
That's what I just said to Sherilyn earlier. You know,
But okay, you do know you have to take care of yourself, right?
yes.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
please take care of yourself.
all right. So Sherilyn, we have another job to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
you take care of yourself.
Well,
Yes.
that's easier said than done when you got so much to do. You got about 48 hours worth of work to do in about 20 something hours now.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you burn the candles at all four ends. And one of the things I'm learning to do is delegate and try to get some more people to help. And so I know
Yes.
going into
Good,
this
good.
election, it's gonna need a lot of us rolling our sleeves up and getting to work and making it happen. And
That was going to be my next question to you. What do you need to make this successful in our Fort Bend County and Harris County? So what is it that you need?
Well, it's three things I need. The first thing is why I'm doing a fundraiser. We need money because money help us get the message out there. And
Okay.
so we're doing this fundraiser next Friday because we need to be, if we can't get volunteers, we need to make sure that we get paid workers to be able to do the things we need to do about phone banking.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteers are preferred, but if not, we still need to get the message out there. Then you have the block walk. We need to knock on these doors, what we call knock and drag. We need to knock on that door and say, come and vote. They ain't ready to go vote. We drag them into a car and we drive them. So that's where that word comes, knock and drag. And
Okay.
not knock them out and drag them, but
Right.
just knock on their door and escort them to the polls. But one of the most important things that I think I could say is that we just need people to be enthused and go out and vote. And so with those three things right there, two of them are action things, and the other them is like an intrinsic thing that they just got to have in them. We just want to encourage them to go out and vote. But people got to be encouraged and they got to be enthused. This is our biggest issue that we're having. We got over 200,000 people registered to vote. Okay. You know how many
Mhm.
people voting? 39,000, 40,000. We
Mm.
got a big gap in that. So when we say register people to vote, that's great. But we
Right.
need people that's
Get them
already
to the
Yeah.
polls.
to come to the poll.
So let me ask you this question though, sir.
Mhm.
Do we have a car or a van or something that we could pick up the people and take them, or are they utilizing their own transportation, or are we getting some kind of our automobiles to take them to the polls?
Well, the Republican Party here in Texas tried to ban that roll to the poll. So no longer can we do roll to the poll, but that don't stop
Okay.
individuals from just gathering up a bunch of friends and family and say, hey, let's jump in this vehicle that can hold 20 people and we're going to go and vote. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we're encouraging people to do, to kind of get that individual grassroots
Mm-hmm.
organic type of movement, to just get as many people you can in one vehicle and just go to the poll, make sure everybody vote, and then get back home organically again, find another group of people and go to the polls.
So
So
that means they could organize a group. Hey, join me and Sharilyn for this ride,
mhm.
and then uh, do we announce that we're taking you to the poll, or we're just saying
No, you guys can. From an organized standpoint,
okay,
they done passed a ordinance, a bill that says that the party can no longer do that big thing that's always helped Democrats, and that's that roll to the poll from the churches. But that don't stop us. We're going to continue to try to figure out a way to make sure people get the opportunity to go and vote.
mhm,
They have been obstructionists to try to make sure that Democrats don't get the opportunity to vote. They done closed down this drive-through poll and voting because they don't want people to vote.
people to
They
win.
want to continue to suppress the vote. If you wasn't trying to suppress the vote, you wouldn't stop that drive-through voting. It's not hurting
Yeah,
nobody.
right,
It's just keeping
right.
people in their cars. Most people who vote are over the age of 65. So that's crazy to stop stuff like that. But I have a plan, and we're gonna put some things in plan after this gala right here. We got a little change in our pockets. I hope that people go out and buy tickets. We got some things that we're gonna do. I'm not gonna announce them right now, strictly because
Right.
you tell your playbook to the world.
Okay.
You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
yeah, but
Right.
we got some things in place.
So what?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Linda.
Sharon. No, go ahead,
One
Sharon.
of the things I learned in the class when we did the class to be able to register people to vote was that the homeless can vote.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I was so surprised at that. But let's just say I'm in a neighborhood and I see a bunch of homeless people up under the bridge or wherever they hang out. Can I just find the nearest voting place and take them as long as they're registered?
Oh wait, I just to say that. So the challenge with that is to make sure you're doing everything 30 to 35 before the deadline of registration. If you're going to deal with
Right.
transient people,
Transit. Yeah.
yeah, that are not or may not be registered. So if you're going to do that, I would first, before you're piling up inside your car, is just make sure they register to vote. And so we can do that 30 days before election day. The
Right.
second thing
The
I would
last
do,
day is October the 7th. To register.
yeah, I
Is
can
that
look that
date
up.
sure? It's
I think it's
October.
October the 7th.
That's a
Okay.
shame. I don't even have it in my brain. It should be locked in my brain.
Well, that's because there's so many other things locked
There's
in
so
your
many
brain.
other things
Yeah,
locked in your
Yeah.
brain.
I think October 7th
it is. Monday,
is the
October the 7th is the last day we can
day to
register
vote.
people to vote.
Register to vote. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Early voting
So,
starts October the 7th, too. Okay. And so we got two things happen on October the 7th. And that's early voting start October the 7th um
last day to
and the
register.
last day to register people to vote. But we got
Okay.
this thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna try to gather as many people as we can on these cards that I'm making to start getting their name, their address, and their email, so we can put them on what we call our 911 voters,
Okay.
311 voters. That we're gonna be making sure that we sending out alerts to, making sure they know that it's time to vote. And we're gonna do that every single day. It's time to vote until their name come off our list. And so we're
Okay.
gonna
So
do
it'll
that.
roll off the list.
It'll come off the list once
Oh,
they no longer voters.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I mean once they
No,
have
no
already
longer.
voted. Yeah,
Okay.
once they
Already
vote,
voted.
it'll drop out because we get the list of who voted every day, and
Okay.
we have this Outlook that not Outlook, but this spreadsheet that just to track people as they come out.
Okay. That sounds great.
So, so when people don't have to vote in their precinct anymore, right? They can just go to a voting station, a voting
You can vote
place.
across Fort Bend. It doesn't matter anymore. I mean, that's
Right.
one of the good thing that happened is that you no longer is confined to just voting in your own precinct. You can vote anywhere. And that's in
Anyway,
Harris County and in
and
Fort Bend.
Fort Bend.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
good.
That
Yeah.
that
So
that
that
is
makes it convenient. Get out for work, you can just go right around the corner. Those who work at a school that got a voting location like Hightower, they can just leave
Mm,
out the classroom in lunchtime and just go in there and just
yeah,
vote,
vote.
which increase. Hightower was
You
one of
have to
my
vote in your
Hightower.
county though, right?
No,
Yes, no, you got to vote in your county.
You have to vote in your county.
You got to
So
vote
if
in
you're
your
in
county.
Fort
anywhere
Bend,
inside of your
we
county
can we
Anywhere in
can
your
vote in
county.
Fort Bend, but we
or in
can't
your
go to
county.
Harris
Okay.
Yeah,
County to
anywhere
vote.
in your county, you can vote, but you're not restricted to just voting in your normal precinct.
Okay. Okay. That's
2139. You used to have to go to your precinct, wait in that long line. And
right.
certain precincts outvote other precincts, so you just stuck. But
Yeah.
now all that is eliminated. And
That's
so
good.
one of my goals is to push mail-in ballots, especially with those
Mhm.
kids, because those kids going to college, they're
Right.
already headed out right now, so they're gonna be there, and a lot of them don't come home for voting, so we miss
Right.
out on that. So we want to try to encourage them to go do that mail-in ballots.
I've been
Sherilyn
trying to
made that
flood my
announcement.
social media with
Yeah.
when you're packing your kids' essentials for college, make sure you
Say
pack
with
a
them.
absentee
That's
voter so they can vote absentee.
Right. A
absolutely.
request for
Absolutely.
absentee voter, and so we're
Yeah.
getting ready to push all of that. We have a lot of things that we have to work out here right now, and one of the main thing is just trying to get past this gala. Hopefully, it's a really successful gala, and that way
No,
we
it's going to be
can,
successful.
yeah,
Not hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
It's
you
it
will
will
going
be.
to
need to
be. We
work. Yeah.
claim that it's going
Yeah.
to be successful.
It's
It
going to be
is.
successful. We're going to springboard from there, and we're going to just take off like a rocket. They call us Space City, and not for nothing. So
Okay.
we're gonna
Okay.
be like Space City. We're gonna rock it out up there. You know.
So I know well, I can't say I hate talking about number 45, but I really do. But um some of the I don't even know which direction to go with this man because for one, I know I hate to hear him talking about our I'm gonna say my president,
Yeah,
talking
there
about
you go.
our
Let's claim it.
president. Yeah, I'm talking about our president the way that he does. So is it anyway? Because I mean, these are just rumors that I've heard of him saying he was going to change his VIP that he has selected. But he can't do that though, can he?
He can do that whenever he want to. He's the person who the people voting for. They're not voting for the vice president. So if he want to change his ticket, he can change his ticket. He
Even after
realizes
they done had their convention and all that kind of stuff, and they
there's no rule to say he can't. They're not locked in. They only locked in to the president. Because once those delegates decide that they want this person as a president, then that's that. Now, traditionally, they pick the vice president long time ago after the nominee accepted because they fight on the floor. Back then, it was chosen. Now it's already pre-selected, and they go into it knowing who our nominee is going to be. It used to not be like that, and then they pick the vice president, but they
mm,
don't flipped it around this time. These late 900 years, not 900, probably the last
okay.
40, 50 years, but
Mm,
in this sense, he can. I mean, he realized that he chose somebody that was so far to the right of him that he's going to lose a lot of his centrist Republican vote. And I hope he stick with the guy. He's spinning in the wind, and he's off
both
balance
of them.
right now.
Yeah, both of them are. He
Yeah, both of
can't.
them.
He can't. He can't get over the fact that it's a woman um, that has the power. He has an issue with women. I don't care what color, what he women. Period. If you got power, he can't handle that, and that's what's driving him crazy. Is because this woman has power. She's an
Mhm.
educated. She's African American. She's all these things wrapped in one, and he
Mhm.
don't know how to handle it. He's
All
going
those
in
things
with
that he
the
detests.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. And to calling her all of these names and all of that, I'm like, I just wished I could just get in a field because that's what I specialize in, playing a dozen. You ain't ready. You you ain't ready. But it's so
You ain't ready.
sad that we've come to that. Because they have to say
Toya,
he's out, yeah, he has no control.
Toya
Yes.
has a question, but let's go to a commercial break and come back and answer Toya's question.
Okay. Hey, this your girl Linda Scott. I am here to introduce you to Linda S. Jury 1426. Now, some of you know me, some of you don't. But if you don't know me, get to know me. Check out and scan the QR code below. Look at the inventory. I made this. God created. I put it together. See you soon. What you drinking, man? All right, caught you off guard.
That's what I got.
Ah,
A Linda Scott original.
All right.
I've been wearing it, and I'm gonna keep it on.
all right. Well,
I'm
thank you
your
so much,
favorite.
sir.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Tanya wants to know what strategies do you have in place, does the Democratic Party have in place to engage young voters and encourage them to participate in elections?
All right. You know what? I'm glad you asked that question because we have an initiative that's going to be 1 million millennial registered to vote. So we're going to kick that out because we want to try to see between
Wow.
now and election day, November the 7th, can we get at least 1 million millennial registered to vote and get them to the poll? That's one thing. Again, like I said earlier, we're going to engage in all of these college campuses that's surrounding us to try to
Mhm.
get these millennials and these college students to start voting by mail. And so if we can do that, that'll make it easier. You know,
Right,
this is the microwave generation. So
right,
we got to meet them where they are. I mean, we
right,
cannot just force them to say, you got to go to the polls and stand in that line. They're going to look at you like you're crazy.
right,
So if
right.
we can just say, here's a piece of paper, we'll help you fill it out. And when you fill it out, we'll take it and drop it off. Okay. We can do that to an application. But then
Right.
when they get their mail-in ballot, we need to provide them with what we have our slate card where it has all the Democrat, and we saying vote blue all the way down,
All the way down.
all the way down. And so when we say that, then we're going to provide them with this slate card, this trifold, this trifold that we have, and they just need to follow it all the way down. Vote Democrat, 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 all the way down. But we got to make it easy for them. And
Right.
my plan is to make it easy for them to teach them a little bit more about mail-in ballots because they think it's a little complicated more than what it really is. And you just select and make sure this is a key though. We got to tell these millennials, and this is unfortunate. This is on grown folks in the school district.
Hmm.
They got to sign that ballot the same way they sign their driver license and the same way they sign that application. And when they do that, when they get to the ballot board, they match up your signature
Right.
with that.
Right.
And we got to start teaching them. Don't just do a circle and stretch it all the way across. And that's what they do. They go like this,
Right.
and
Right.
then it don't match up. Your vote don't count.
Right.
The thing is, we don't teach cursive
No.
writing in,
Right.
in school no more.
Yes.
So it's a plan, in my opinion. I think it's a conspiracy.
And
Don't
it
teach.
is.
So
It
they
is.
can't sign for their car. You can't sign for your house. You can't sign no contract.
Your whole check. You can't. Right. You can't sign
You can't
anything.
even endorse your check at the back.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, so we have to teach them learn how to sign your signature consistently the same way. That's
Mm.
even hard for us. But
Mm-hmm.
when you're doing mail-in ballots, it's so important that you keep in
Hmm.
mind and be cognitive of how you sign your application and how you sign your ballot by mail. Because those
Right.
two are gonna be compared and they've got to be consistent. So those three things I think if we start now and we be consistent with our efforts, then we can encourage and increase our voting percentage with those millennials a whole lot more than what we've been getting. And it's all about making it easy for them. And that's just the bottom line.
And
It's
that's
what
what we're gonna have to do.
yeah. I
Um.
How,
mean,
how do you get a mail-in ballot?
so you have to uh, apply for the application first. Now you can get an application from us, me, anybody. Most of the candidates back, years ago, they used to spend that money to put their face
Based
and
on
their
it.
cards on one side, and on the back side, they put the application. So we can
Mhm.
have something to do with that. So we go around, we give it to them, they fill it out, we mail it out, they fill it out. And when they fill it out, the last thing they see is that particular candidate face, and they sending it in. And then the election board at the county office, they see that they have fill out this application, and then they mail them in a application, a ballot by mail. Now, the way they got it now is once you apply for it in that election cycle, it stays current and it stayed valid for the whole entire election cycle. So
Okay.
if it's a primary, a runoff, then you have the general election in November. You're going to get one automatically. Okay. But the key is to making sure that every 2 to 3 years, you make sure that you check that you're registered. Okay.
Mm,
They will drop you off the voting roll just because that's what the Republican Party do.
what it wants to do.
That's
So
what.
Cassandra just asked the question, can they go online and request it as well?
Yeah. So what you do, you go online and you print it out, you sign it, you mail it in. Don't even need a application. And so when that, because you got to sign it, because remember they're gonna compare the two signatures.
Right.
And so when they compare the two signatures, one go in as application, and when you send in the ballot, that's how they verify that this is a good and valid ballot by
First.
mail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. So we're going to do some really intense visiting the colleges. We're going to be going to the high school. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to make sure that, those parents know that please give us this information so we can reach out to your kid. So
Right.
we got some pros approaches that we're going to take to try to deploy to try to reach them. The other thing
Sandra
is,
Pearson says she helps a couple of her patients fill theirs out.
hmm Well,
It's a good idea.
senior citizen assisted living home. That's one of the things that the Republican Party have been trying to clamp down over there in Harris County for any other reason other than to just stop that. But there's some other things going on. But the main thing is that we need to make sure that we continue to engage our seniors in those assisted living homes, making sure they get an opportunity to be able to vote, make sure
Right.
that they are being assisted when they can't sign it, where they can be
Yes.
consistent in their signature, because we don't want their vote to be thrown out because they can't hold a pen correct.
Right. Right. So, but then that's when whoever's helping them fill that information out put their information in that they assisted that person.
They
So
have to put that on there.
yes.
And then
Okay.
there's a limit to how many one person can help.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
One person cannot help more than, I believe, 5 people. I got to,
Shut
um,
up.
Oh,
because we
wow.
had one person filling out 1,000 applications. So that leaves a door open for fraud.
Fraud.
Yeah.
Wow. So only five.
Yeah, I'm gonna clarify that. The last I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was about five, and it shouldn't be no more than that, because again, you can have anybody just grabbing all of those mail-in ballots and getting them out the mailbox and just filling them out and signing them, filling out and signing them, filling out and signing them, because they get mailed.
But if they filling them out and they're assigning them, the person whose name is on it, they still have to put some type of a signature as well. So they just can't
Yeah, it's been
fill it
done.
out and just sign it. I
Yeah.
help whoever and but
Mm-mm.
who signed it?
But what they'll do when they get that ballot by mail, they'll grab that ballot by mail out of somebody's mailbox, off these seniors' desks or wherever it come in at, and they'll
Mhm.
fill them out and they'll put their same signature, but it may not match with their application.
Okay.
And that's how we lose a lot of votes, because you got people what they call harvesting mail-in ballots. They go in there, they'll grab 200 or 300 from this assisted living home, they fill them all out, drop them in the mailbox. All the
Wow.
same signatures. That's how they get caught. And then they'll go to another assistant home and have somebody in there pay them $1,000, and they'll pull all the mail-in ballots and they'll fill them out and then drop them in the mailbox. So
Wow.
this.
When you said and okay, Cassandra, she must have looked it up. She said he's right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cassandra. But when you said $1,000, and I'm kind of glad, because then that made me think about that other man that's sitting on the he that other man, he black, married to a white woman, and he getting all this stuff to go everywhere he want to go. I think his name
Clarence
is
Thomas,
Clarence.
that uncle.
What?
Yeah, I said it.
What? Oh my God. So tell me, I don't know what you know about it, but it's sad that we can be bought. Let me put it like that. And I'm not just I'm for him. I'm just not saying him only because there are others as well. But it's so sad that you could give me a couple of dollars and say, hey, um, make sure I get through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, back in the slavery time, they give them a good bowl of beans, or let them sleep on some hay, and hey, massa, there they go. They run across the field. You
That
hungry?
it's funny, but it's
Yeah.
sad.
And
It's
then,
sad.
when they don't eat nothing, master, we hungry.
Uh,
Those type of people still exist. They
and we
still
see
exist.
him every
They still
day,
exist. Yeah. Oh,
every day,
trust
every
me, I'm dealing with some right now. I'm
uh,
dealing with some right now, toting the water for somebody else. And give them a couple of dollars, boy, they'll sell you down the river in a heartbeat. They'll sell you
wow,
down the river. I'm just
wow,
fortunate that I was raised a different way,
right,
to a fault. And I'm being beat up right now because they like, you will not listen to us. You are this, you don't listen. I said, I'm listening to my mind, my heart, and my talk, my teaching. And
right,
when you get a few dollars in your pocket by somebody wants you to do this, and you come at me and want me to do something else other than what my conscience say. And
uh-huh,
Don't worry about the game.
I just I'm not gonna go into the details of it.
right,
Then I reject you.
right,
Not that I ain't listening. I heard you. I'm
right,
just not listening to you because what you're saying is criminal. What you're
right,
saying is unethical, and you want to claim to be ethical, but in reality, you're trying to influence or bully me.
right, right,
You want me to bully me into something what you're feeling.
mm,
Not the right thing to do, because the right thing to do is the right thing to do.
do, right, right. I
And so at this point right now, you got all this old craziness going on that just doesn't make sense. But that's politics or politics, and I
Yeah,
don't play
but
politics.
it don't have to be. Why do we have to make it be that statement? Well, that's it in politics.
Yeah,
They gonna do that. It's politics. What they did is politics.
you know why?
Why,
We're
baby?
not vetting our people. We're not really watching them grow. We're not watching them matriculate through life, and we know who they are. They just
Mm,
popping up. They have a few dollars. They throw their name in the hat, and then they spend money to be seen and heard. And
mm,
when you do that, we don't always get the right candidate. We get the candidate that can pay the most and buy, and
mm.
that's why we get what we get. I mean, back in the day, with my dad and them, they used to meet in the back of his ice house, and they have some beers and some black velvet and some gin and some orange juice, and they sit there, they talk about, well, so and so been around for the last 10 years. We know he's a good guy, and then that's who they moved. You know what his name was? Mickey Leland.
Oh, that's right.
And then they chose Ron Wilson. They chose people that have been around and paid their dues.
Yes,
Ernest McGowan paid their dues.
yes.
And so my dad was very involved in the community in that level. He didn't know it for what he was doing because he was just a BYOB owner. He was
Yeah.
a ice house owner, where the bill joint, as they call him. I'm trying to clear it
Right,
up. But
right. Where was your dad at our house? Because I might have been over there a couple of
hey,
times.
it was on Lockwood and Kelly. It was on Rainbow Lounge, was over there off of it's called McCarty Road, but a hurricane blew it down in 1970. I want to say 76.
Mm.
So it wiped it out. And then we had Lockwood Cafe and a number of other places that my dad.
Okay, that's all right. Stop talking.
I can go
That's
on and on.
my neck of the woods. I was raised in Fifth Ward.
If it was, so you may know my brother Marcel Taylor. I ain't gonna tell you what Marcel did. I tell you
Went
just
to
how
Wheatley.
Marcel ain't never went to school
Wow,
day
when
his
you
life.
start seeing the ice
He never
house,
went to
I'm
school a
like,
day in his
I'm
life.
in trouble. Mhm.
Marcel didn't believe in school. He believed in making money on the street. So
Mhm.
Okay.
he's
Wow,
30
that's
years. He was 30 years older than me. But the thing is that he passed away with cancer back in
uh,
2017. But that whole entire Lockwood and Rand, Selinsky and Reed over there. They Everybody in that neighborhood knew everybody. Pool
Mm-hmm.
hustlers, and then I ain't gonna call
And
others.
that's what
But
we
yeah,
don't know now, Fred.
yeah,
That's that's a part of the joy that I think brings with
yeah.
our new president is that
Hmm.
she's allowing us to get back to, I ain't gonna say the old days, but the day of knowing who your neighbor is, the day
Right.
of that village, sure enough, being a strong village,
Yeah,
assisting each other. That's what I get from her, and Walls. I
yeah.
think the both of them together saying, hey, we could smile at each other, we can talk to each other. I know on my TikTok pages, I have so many people who don't look like me
Hmm.
say when I became black, when Miss So and so told me not to eat that sandwich and I ate it anyway, and she spanked my butt. I was like, uh-uh.
Got that
What
in
didn't
there.
spank you? She beat your ass.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't know what
Sandra don't have
whipping
it
was.
anymore.
It wasn't
Right.
no whipping. Yeah,
They don't know nothing about it right
it
now.
wasn't
So
no
I
whipping.
think that's what the two of them are bringing back to us.
Yeah,
Not that you look at me and you go and turn your nose up. You don't even know me. I haven't even said hello yet, and you've already turned up your nose. You're already afraid of something that I might do or my brother did 600 years ago. I really feel good about Madam President Harris. Yes, girl.
You do too, Cassandra.
Me too. And anything Cassandra and any of the rest of you could do, let's go ahead and do it and make sure we're able to say November 5th,
fifth.
Madam President. And that'll be the best birthday present the whole world could give to me.
Yeah.
'Cause you know,
Going
November
back
I
to
have
that
what
been
you.
seeing I have been seeing a lot of posts on social media about Kamala saying I'm all for her and whatever. But I've been posting on there, responding to them saying, "Tell us why.
Hmm.
Tell us why." And I don't want to hear because she's black and she's Asian and she's a woman. Tell us why, because we need to educate our young people
Can
on
I answer
why
that?
we on why we're
yes.
voting for these
Yeah,
people and why we need her in the office. Not because she's black, not because she's a woman, but the real reason why we want her in office. And so, and I've been getting some pretty good responses too.
yeah.
He
Can I
gonna
answer
tell
One
that?
us why. Go ahead,
Can I
one
Fred.
answer that?
one person told me because I said so.
Now,
Okay.
let me tell you why we want Kamala. She's qualified.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
She's
That's it.
competent.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
she's capable of keeping us out of crazy stuff that we know that Trump will continue to have us in.
In.
She's
Hmm.
ethical. Uh, she's a person who's been in a situation where she had to identify ignorance. She had to identify people who are lying. And so I always say this every time I see Trump. Anytime he's moving his lips, we know he's doing what?
Lying.
Lying. And
Mm.
so when this debate come up in a couple of weeks, I'm looking forward to her doing what she did when she was a prosecutor up there in San
In
Francisco,
San
being an attorney
Francisco.
general in San
And
Francisco.
you know,
Attorney
Fred,
general.
a lot of people don't know because they haven't researched. They only going by um Anissa said, you're right, Fred, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to
two.
do
Okay.
transportation. Okay. All right, Cassandra, that's awesome. But people don't research anybody anymore. They just go by, okay, well, Fred said she kept all the people in jail. She put everybody, all the black men in jail. And Fred said instead of researching it for
Hmm.
themselves, Fred
Right.
can say some things, but I can go behind Fred and fact check
Fact check.
what he said.
Right.
You
And
see.
a lot of black men states that all the time. Well, she put all the black men in jail. No, she didn't. The black man put his own self in jail because he did wrong.
Because he was
That's
in
the
that
first
predicament.
thing. Right. So you set yourself up, but she did not do this. Did you know that she was in there making programs to not only help you get out, but get you out with a trade,
Mm.
get you out to do and learn and know better. You got your GED, you know, a lot of things that she did do that helped you. That's not what they looking at.
You know what I say as a black man, and you want to compare what they trying to claim and lay on her shoulders? Trump, he literally had
Mm,
5 young black boys arrested, and
yes,
he got out there and promoted and claimed that they was guilty of raping
yeah,
this white woman in Central Park. Trump
yeah,
literally said this,
yes,
and he got with all the power that he had and have. This is what he did. He did the same thing that the the white guy did to Emmett Till.
right,
The same
Mm.
thing.
right,
I
right.
mean, do y'all remember that Central Park Five?
Yes,
Yes,
That Central
yes.
yes,
Park Five.
yes,
You
yes,
know, Trump got on news and said they are murderers, they are predators. He called them
right.
predators.
All kind of names that he had
Yeah,
called
Trump
them.
literally did that. They
Yes,
they are they are said that Kamala did it, but Kamala did not do
did
what
not
Trump did.
do.
You
Mm-mm.
know, Kamala was doing her job based on the fact that probably these African American or brown or Latino or whatever have done something to put them in the system, and she had to do her job.
Yes,
So if
Mm.
you do something by running the red light, if you do something by running the stop sign, then you get caught.
Yeah,
You get put in the system,
the
and her job
consequence.
is to make sure that it's like uh, her job is to make sure that they don't do what they did to get in front of her.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm saying
exactly.
some breaking
But you
news.
had to do some things to get in front of her. You got in front of Sharilyn, you got in front of Fred, you got in front of Linda before you even got in front of
The
um
cop that
Right,
stopped her,
right.
that arrested,
yes,
the DA
yes,
that accepted the charges, and then
yes,
once that happened, then it gets to her in her office. I mean, there's so many things that they can always lay at somebody's footsteps, but until you just really dig down and really
yes.
look at it, then you got to realize that no matter what we do, they're gonna always find some wrong in what we do.
And
uh, and
exactly.
and I'm living through that right now.
Mm.
And it's impossible to please everybody. When I got sworn in, one of my good friend named Lane Lewis over in Harris County used to be the Harris County Democratic Party chair. He looked at me. He said, "Fred, let me just tell you this: no matter how good you do, there's gonna be some people unhappy with
Something
you,
exactly.
and you would never please anybody and everybody." I found
Right,
that out
right.
a
That is
lot.
so true.
Yeah, when my kids used to fuss and fight at each other, and I can break them apart, and one of them gonna be mad at me,
Right.
unless I do like my daddy used to do, whoop them
And
both.
beat both of them. That's it. Beat
Then they
both.
both gonna be mad at me, you
Hey,
know.
but both of y'all mad. Don't I ain't
Yeah,
leave out nothing.
so both of y'all don't do what y'all did to get that butt whooped,
Exactly.
you know.
And Cassandra said, what Cassandra said, y'all know I can't hold that thought long enough. I moved on. But it's so true. One thing people don't, yeah, we said
He
that
said
too,
one thing
Cassandra.
people
They
don't
don't
do is their
research.
research.
They
Yeah,
don't research. Don't research. My
and
grandmother taught me to learn before taught me to learn before you speak.
Mm.
So it's so okay. So now this generation of kids have everything placed right in their hand. All they have to do is get that phone and research, put in Fred Taylor name, and he pops up. But instead, we have to get them out of taking pictures of your food and foolishness and research who Fred Taylor is, who is Sherilyn Fisher. That's what research will help you to get to that person correctly. You would be able to say no or yes. Nisi said we must always fact check to do your own research and do your own research. Absolutely. That's almost like Fred being my pastor, and he just told me that Jesus didn't weep. Well, wait a minute, Dad. Let me go and see in my own book because you got to be able
Right,
to.
right.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you got to be able to. You can't just go along with um, number 45 claiming that he gave all the black schools all this money. That man ain't gave y'all nothing. He signed our check, a $2,000 check, or how much was it? I don't even remember how much it was, but all he wanted to do was put his name on it because he didn't want to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't, but that's what's gonna make you. You ain't got them $2,000 now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you think he's gonna get back in the chair and give you another 2,000, and that's gonna last you another 4, 5, 6 years? Come on, y'all.
Let me tell you
We're not
something.
thinking at all.
Every time this man move his lips, he be
Is
lying.
lying.
Lying,
And
lying.
so we got to realize that. And he's trying to find some of these uncles in our community and try to get them to go out there and be his mouthpiece.
Yes,
And just like we said earlier, you give them a couple of dollars,
dollars.
you give them a bag
Yeah,
of potatoes and a chicken in a basket, they'll go out there and do anything. Master, we
anything.
Mm-hmm.
hungry. There they
Yeah,
go,
that's
you
it.
know,
That's it.
and they'll do anything. They don't care. And
No,
and it's unfortunate that we're still like that plantation mentality.
right,
We still
right,
got that plantation mentality.
right.
Not
And then
everybody.
you don't know that that's the sad thing. You don't even realize that you own a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
got you so that even the people
So
that he
mixed
have
up, so
at
confused.
yes, the people that he have at the rally, and they standing behind him with the sign.
But
You
that
have
one sign, that
yeah,
black man was on every rally.
saying fired.
Same one. Didn't get a haircut for 2 years.
That is
That
so
fool was out there
crazy.
holding that sign. Trump flew him
Holding it.
all over the place.
Oh, that's it. They're just
Yeah.
standing right
And
there.
we
He done
haven't
gave
seen
me
him in
my
4 or
money.
5 years, but now he's
Yep.
gonna come back.
That's it. Pay me
Friend,
again.
Yeah.
please
Well,
tell me what you thought of him getting shot in the ear with a BB gun.
I
No,
can't say
wait.
nothing on that.
Okay,
So
so hold on, Sharilyn, because he wasn't shot with a BB gun. He wasn't shot, period. And for anybody who know anybody, first of all, what was you shot with? Because the people and I'm just gonna say this, let a black group of people hear a gunshot and we don't move.
mhm.
Let a
And I
ear,
just want to get Linda started.
yeah, to let a ear get shot and it get well in 2 days. Hello? You have a hearing problem that hit your ear because boy, listen here. This man did not get shot. They already know it. Where is the body for the young boy who shot him that they supposed to have killed? When did y'all interview his parents? Where is the
I haven't seen none
firefighter
of that.
who got killed? Where is his body? What did y'all interview any of these people? None of these people were ever on a press release. Where is the doctor that saw and took care of number 45? He ain't nowhere to be found because he wasn't shot. He
Mhm.
wasn't shot. There's no way that the FBI, this eye, your eye, would not allow us to go and pick up this person and not interview. And nobody came back and said, well, number 45 was shot in the ear and he's doing very well. It's going to take a minute. We didn't have any of these interviews. So you tell me who did what. You
Yeah,
tell me how he got shot.
I
You tell
agree.
me where he got shot at.
Let me get off your soapbox.
Okay.
Hey, let me say this real quick, if I may. Next Friday is a gala. I hope to see
Yes.
everybody
Hey,
there.
we're so sorry. Yes.
Yeah, and so I want everybody that can hear my voice to come on out to the gala, okay? And October the 7th, early voting start. November the 5th, we're going to elect our first African American Indian female
Yes.
president. And so when we go to the voting poll, we need to vote from the top to the bottom, all Democrats. And we need to
Yes.
make sure that it's known and make sure that we get as many people out to the polls, and let's rock the vote. So I
Oh,
want to
Nisa
thank
say
everybody.
she'll be at the gala supporting Fred. All right then, sir.
Right.
Nisa
We'll
you
see
got
you
one
there,
ticket
DC.
sold, and Cassandra said yes, sir. So you got some people coming in. Check every box,
Yeah,
every
we
box.
got the link somewhere here where they can copy that link, click on that link, and go ahead and buy your tickets. It's
There you
about
go.
supporting the
That's
party.
it right there.
Yeah, so we're
And if you
gonna.
can't attend, there's a donate button on there, so you can
Yeah,
donate.
you send a donation.
Yes,
Yeah,
please. Every
absolutely.
We
penny
cannot
count.
we cannot expect people like Fred and other delegates to carry the whole load by themselves
Themselves.
because
Yes,
they're doing it for us.
yes,
They,
Right.
they, they, they're doing it for us. And we cannot expect, just because we're not a delegate, not official or whatever, doesn't mean we should not do our part.
Right.
mm,
Everybody has a part to play, and we should support him. If you can't do it, be there physically, give a donation. Every
yes,
little
Thank
bit
you. Thank
counts.
you.
help.
I might can't give what some other people can give, but I can give something. And
Yes.
every little bit counts. So y'all support our delegates. Y'all get out, come and support Fred, and come to the gate. I'm gonna be there.
And
Absolutely.
Linda, you gonna be there?
yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to be there. But listen, here's the thing. While y'all doing all of that, please go to our YouTube page and subscribe that we could bring more people like Fred to our show and not just only talk about it, but do things about it. So it came to that time where we have to say good night. Fred, it's always a pleasure talking with you.
Always,
We can't wait
always
to
a
work with
pleasure.
you. And to everybody else, please join us next Thursday again. But again, like and share and subscribe our YouTube. Sharilyn and I have to say good night. Good
See you at
night.
the gala.
Bye.
Be at the gala. That's it.
All
All right.
right.
See you
Good
at the
night,
gala
everybody.
next
Thanks for
Thursday,
joining us.
next
All right.
Friday.